Alright guys, hello. This is Red V Hard Red 3 and I have actually bad news. We are back with the Grudge series between Alvin and Master X. Once again, welcome you guys. The rules are very simple. Two players. They are bitter rivals, all in Infinite Isle. No faction change. No, we don't do faction change here. We don't go random. We don't change our faction. Alvin goes for Empire and Master X always goes for the Barracks. And I was having my piece on a Sunday and I was really up to the sleep, like, okay, I'm trying to turn off the computer and just enjoy the time. But then suddenly I saw a rapid succession of uploading videos. And the name always gives itself. Well, fortunately, it's no longer it's like bashed for your name or anything. A little bit better, but I think it all started with Alvin once again poking at Master X with uploading a replay between them. I just scrambled it. I don't know the chronological order here, but guys, I will let you know at the end of this video why I have bad news for you. So anyway, so I started to see games are being uploaded one by one, and well, here we are. The first thing I would like to say, I will also probably remind this at the end of this video too, but why don't you, I mean, this is also direct message to Alvin Tay or Master X or both of you. Why don't you guys settle once and for all? You don't need to do this. Just, for example, agree on like a best of 5 or best of 7. Also, what is this? What kind of prospector build is that? Best of 5 or best of 7. All on Infinite Isle. Empire versus Allies. I mean, even if you wish to, you can go best of 9 or best of 11. Or maybe all maps challenge. Or how could you know? Anyway, so just go for it and settle all of this once and for all. That may eventually satisfy both of you guys. So think about it for a moment. So right now we are back on the game. Now we have some massive investment on the infantry. On the meantime, there is a Dojo Corps and Riptide is now trying to tackle all of this massive amount of Imperial Warriors. Here's the thing. The Imperial Warriors can handle all of these, I mean, beating. The moment that burst drones are out, these Riptides will be in big trouble. Now, peacekeepers are engaging to come and assist them. On the meantime, Alvin does not have a mecha bay yet, so it's a bit troublesome for him. I mean, now, for example, Master X has Naval, which is nice. This wall section may be a fake, I mean, or a feint for like airfield. So that's also nice if that is what he wanted to intend. But now all of these Imperial Warriors now time to engage. These peacekeepers can actually get into Riptide and escort to safety. A little bit micromanagement here happening, but now they're all safe. All of these Imperial Warriors are soon to lose their beam katana. Here's the trouble. I mean, now peacekeepers engage, but Dojo Cores, Master X, you forgot the Dojo Cores. And now Peacekeepers unfortunately crushed, but he still has some pocket Peacekeepers. Now the trouble only is this Dojo Core. Once this Dojo Core is out, now the Peacekeepers can start to engage. All you need to do is take down this tank faster, and I don't think you will have any further problems. Power plant positioning, a really very risky one, I have to say, but now reinforcement have arrived. One more fresh Riptide Dojo Core gets cancelled. Now these remaining infantry just try to deal as much as damage. Do not lose this Riptide. You can always send the repairs. Now, interestingly, Alvin having a dojo over here, he is not taking the observation post. This is actually a very nice addition to his arsenal right now, since he has only infantry and he cannot scout the map as fast as any allies do. Like, even if he has only navy right now, he can still scout the map. On the meantime, tank busters trying to deal as much as damage they could, but I mean, they are being a little bit lacking. Now Riptide are being low HP. Alvin pumping out troops one by one, and Mecha Bay is online, going for tier 2, I suppose. Let's see. No, it's actually a Tengu. Now Vindicator is online, but terrible time for a Vindicator. I think he has noticed the Tengu and dropping the last 2 bombs immediately, sending the Polo immediately to engage on this Tengu. Now Tengu has to go back immediately, or maybe meet some reinforcements. That's not soon to going to happen, but now Tengu has landed, so all is good for now. Vindicator is going to engage. Burst drone gets sniped on the meantime. I would probably, yes, that's what I also think about. I mean, bombing down the tank busters are actually much more better. I mean, you can always take down Tengus, but yeah, Now you have some room for Riptides, but I mean, dealing damage to instant dojo for real. Um, I mean, there should be much more viable targets. Even so, I mean, Alvin has this observation post, so that should be a problem. Now, this would be a good time. Uh, did, what? I mean, Vindicator has stripes. You forgot to reload. Now, I like this power move a lot from the Master X. He now gets the control of the observation post. He will now see what is Alvin actually trying to cook. And the only thing is, from the Master X, he knows this, and he is doing nothing related with the sea expansion. He has Riptides, and he still has Seaport. Just get a Dolphin or get two Riptides. You're fine. Okay. Now that's nice. Double airfield already. But the only issue is Alvin has full refinery. This roughly translates into loss of production. So he can also build infantry and units from the Mecha Tengu. Not so fast. He's still suffering a bit. Now Yaris are trying to defend the collector. They're not seem to be very effective on it. Now, I would not definitely send all of my Riptides for this because now your base is defenseless. Now, Cryo Shot has been used. Tengus are trying to maneuver, and this Riptide, I wonder if it has anything, but if that was a diversion, that worked very well. Now, Master X, I think he has solidified his aerial superiority, but he has nothing on the land, and that's the biggest problem Master X could have. Now, these Riptides are terribly positioned, I have to say, I mean, not that bad actually. They are very close to buildings, so if the Yaris are going to suicide, they can actually do extra damage to the buildings nearby, I believe. And these Imperial Dogs actually that tier 2, so Master X should not, I mean, waste any seconds and continue redouble his efforts to take down these Imperial Dogs. On the meantime, air units all around in the base of the Alvente. No tier 3 yet. We haven't seen an nanotech mainframe. But like, fine, you have so many Apollos, but Alvin is not heavily investing on aerial assault. I mean, not that bad. You took down the refinery, nice power move, and also, I mean, if you bothered yourself moving a command hub over here and bothered to going for tier 3, I think you can bother moving a prospect over here. Now, Alvin, not the best move he could do. I mean, dealing damage to the observation post. I mean, why don't you go and take it for yourself? Now, Vindicator engages and deals damage to Striker VX, but that's not enough. IFB is being made, being sent to engage on so many hostiles. That's not going to happen now. 3 Yari mini subs are en route. Okay. I'm noticing this right now, so I think from the sheer anger the Master X has, he just miscollected the refiner. Just give me the refiner, that's all. Now the second Multigunner is being built on like halfway working refinery. Now Seaport is under attack. There are absolutely nothing on the land, and I think this is the game. I don't think Master X can defend this. Now Cryo Shot has been used, but unfortunately not the best way. Striker VX is now moving all around here. Stopped in a perfect position to not get affected. Now Multi-Gunner Trick is fighting for his life, but not going to be effective. On the meantime, Vindicator goes for the run and, well, okay, that's a good bomb micro, even though in distress. Now Mirage Tank is on the field. Time to go back. I mean, Alvin, you tried your best, but now you are out-teched. I mean, these tier 1 army can't match against this Mirage Tank. And actually, all you need, why did you get him with Guardian Tank? Just go for one Athena Cannon, and I think you can win the game. That's very simple. Now Mirage Tank is going in, trying to snipe as much as... But do not lose it to just one single tank buster. I mean, just for 2 Mecha Tengu. You lost the Mirage Tank. But anyway. Now, these Yari mini-subs are actually being much more effective than it could be. Now they're maneuvering around to deal damage to this prospector. Once again, we see one more multi-gunner threat is being online. This Yeri Minisub is actually having a very low HP, so it should be very careful. Vindicator is now commissioned to deal damage, but these are submarines. The moment they submerge, they will not take any kind of damage. And look at the speed. But if Alvin moved a little bit further and bought himself some time for the Ziari, maybe it could be saved, but not anymore. Naginata Cruiser on the field. Also, we can see tier 3 anytime soon, so Shoguns should be on standby. This means only one thing. I mean, if you can bother yourself going for tier 3 with this command hub, uh, well, you should definitely go for Cryocopters. You will definitely need Cryocopters on the long run. But here's the trouble. This is actually, I mean, on the numbers, this is a very nice army. I mean, it can also handle some of the Mirage tanks. Now, Athena Cannon is on the field, a nice addition. I wonder if this is a Mirage tank or just a palm tree happened to be next to a multi-gunner turret. Now, Pariah Shot has been used. Where is your Vindicator? Are you serious? Dude, you just frozen an entire refinery. And... oh boy. That's not nice. Okay, Tier 3 Mecha Bay is also online. Are you serious with this? I mean, Master X, that was the least expected. Now, I think kind of dangerously close to the army of the Alvin. Also, King Oni is on the field. Now, it's a matter of seconds. We're going to see the big fat wave force artillery. Now, Cryocopter is on the field. That's a nice move. Trying to force move the MCV. That's something. Also, Cryocopter is on the field. Now, I mean, go for the crush. Go for the crush. Go for the crush. No, don't go back. Go for the crush. Oh, it actually gets itself crushed. No, I'll. Also, Shogun Battleship is here.
They will answer to the Shogunate.
And like, what is actually happening? Somehow, I think Master X panicked a lot because he had an incredible advantage on early game. Also, now that's nice. I mean, but you can also use the shrink on here. Now Mirage tank, dude, just fire and go. Press B and go back. Hit and go run. This is terrible. I mean, come on. That can't be that hard.
They're bothering me.
Oh, man. I mean, he had the perfect start. Everything was in his favors, but just one simple mistake. Crush the King Oni. What are you doing? He's running from the mini Oni. Master X, come on. You are better than this. I think the real issue with him is I think he's panicking and can't decide what to prioritize. I mean, Alvin, also same happens with Alvin. I mean, for example, when you get a mini Oni, you would definitely want to go back because that can be crushed any seconds. And when you had a Guardian tank, I mean, had a bulky high armor with lots of HP. And, well, quite unfortunate. But, well, there's more. So how more you will say? I'll tell you how more there are remaining. Now we are on the second game. Once again, I don't know the the order of these uploads. I mean, at this point, I didn't care. I just saw games and I downloaded them, and that will be all. Now, once again, now on the right we have the Alvente and the left is Master X. There is nothing else different here. Colors are same, factions are same. I mean, teal allies and blue empire. Now Alvin goes for, well, instead of going multiple dojos, he goes for just only one single dojo. And Master X is now clearing some of the garrisons. I think his build, starting build order against Empire is nice. I have to say that. So many players, for example, ignore these garrisons and ignore the potency they can cause you, or if amount of the damage can be inflicted can be very high if left neglected, because Oil Derrick is on the range and also its range on, very close range, the ore refiner of your opponent. Now, Peacekeepers are getting pumped. Hopefully, Master X will this time also send a Javelin next to them, just in case, because Alvin now positioning his MCV on the top of this island. This also means one simple thing. Once again, a late mecha bay. Now, how much you like a late mecha bay, we won't see, but we have a fairly balanced airbase here. Now, MCV is going on the top. Burst drone latches itself on the prospector. Now, Alvin sends one Imperial warrior to scout, I suppose. But, well, it's just new and 50 amount of holes are opened by the Peacekeepers. Now, two Dojo cores and are engaging. Where are the Vindicators? Where are the air support? Air support is way too late, but now MCV is on standby. At this point, I would definitely... Ooh, three Dojo cores, actually. That's a bit rough. There is no Javelin on site. Just unpack the MCV and go for the crushes. That's the best you can do for... Uh-oh. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He doesn't care by any means. Doesn't care. By the way, sorry guys. Another video on YouTube as we play for no reason. Anyway. Now, souls are drawn. Where is... No, there is no... Uh-oh. I can't... Oh, that's actually nice. He toggled his shield once and for all, but now... that's not going to do anything worthwhile because all of the Imperial Warriors have survived. All of the Peacekeepers are on the ground. Oh, yeah, you get a Vindicator. That's nice, but... Well, you lost your power plant, so that's something. Also, how there is... okay, he sold the wall. That's fine. Oh, that's nice, actually. Now, Peacekeepers are out of the garrison. Try to take matters into their hands. I will try to focus on this one, perhaps. Now, Vindicators finally arrive. Oh no, the garrison is now taken. Okay, two bombs have been used. But this gave lots of time for Alvin to build his own economy. Now, Dojo Core is instant dojo, or dojo itself, anyway, is being bombed. Somehow this observation post is actually making a nice amount of blockade here. Now this Peacekeeper can actually draw focus fire, and now the shredding is started. Nice bombing of the dojo once again, but the trouble is Alvin is getting his Tengus. So unlike the previous game, in which you really didn't need that, let's say, if I counter correctly, he had like maybe 6 or 7 Apollos. Just go and take the Defender VX. Okay, better to go back right now. Engineer is on the site, which is nice. You can always get... no, don't go for the second airfield. Once again, you don't have anything on the land. Oh, Master X. This is going in very favor of the Alvin. Like, he's even going for the other, or this refinery, not even this one. But now he doesn't have this. He doesn't have the side advantage, unlike the Master X. Now 3 Apollos on the skies. It's also now added to 4. There are only 2 indicators can deal the damage, so that cannot be that hard. Now, beautiful move coming from the Alvin to actually sniping one of the Vindicators, and that's something. But all of the Tengus are now dying like flies one by one. Maybe even though he tried to get the Vindicator, but he maybe missed his micro a little bit, and then lost a few of Tengus. And also the Apollos are strong, and he can always replenish them. Seaport, very nice. Dog Scout is going for here. I can easily say this, like, if he is expanding over here, he must have a refinery here. But guess what? There is no. There's a refinery over there. At this point, I think Alvin starts to understand how Master X wants to play. He wants to have superior air superiority is top priority. So what is he going to do is he's going to make some land army to ensure that Master X will always, for example, since he's always getting Apollos, he knows that with a sizable land army he can always push and break a hole. Now Dolphin is trying to engage, and unfortunately, I guess they are going to trade. You don't need to go for trade, actually. You can sneak maybe one Vindicator. Now 3 Vindicators, unfortunately they're all caught. Where are the Apollos now? Now Apollos have arrived, but 3 Apollos only. Is that the best air power you can do? This is very unfortunate way to migrate. Just okay, finally, just split second attack for the refinery. I'm sorry, for the ore collector. Prior shot is being used. Vindicator is on standby, sniping one of it and going back home. It's scored. Now Alvin, well, maybe go for Dojo Core and get some tank masters. The moment that you land over here, you can actually end this base just like in the previous game. Again, he's making so many Apollos. Now Apollos and Tengus are engaging with one by one, but the number games is not working a lot for the Alvin. Could you believe this? All of these Tengus just go one by one. I mean, that's the power of allied. That's the power of allied. I mean, air power. And Vindicator is now going to soil and get the final. It's like, leave that guy, leave that to me. Leave him to me, guys. I mean, Apollos just go for like, I think he had like 5 or 6 Apollos. And it actually took down all of these point defense drones, Tengus. But here's the thing, do not count on this, guys, because in expert gameplays, you will see some very insane macro play that even in there will be some circumstances you can see a Tengu can actually solo an Apollo, or maybe like an Apollo handle 2 Tengus simultaneously in one flight without RTV. I mean, that can happen. Now, Alvin is realizing that he didn't really make that engagement, by the way. Just don't go for any kind of air units. Unfortunately, Master X does not really exploit cryocopters a lot. He really gets them. So just go and land damage. Don't lose. Ooh, MCB cell. And also dojo cell. But why did you sell your dojo? I mean, that doesn't really make sense. Also, this armor facility doesn't make sense as well. I mean, it's way too close. Was this a mistake coming from the Alvin? He didn't even use point defense runs on all of everything he had. But now a suicide shot is being used. I mean, from having a fat economical advantage to reduce to this. Alvin, what have you... I mean, you brought this to yourself. Why do you engage on a Tengus? Like, Vindicator's bombing you. Okay, let it go. With point defense drones, he will probably need 2 Vindicators for this. I mean, you just had a very great start, but somehow you ruined it by yourself. What can I say? That was odd. In some fashion, can we call that as like throwing the game? Probably. Well, here's the interesting thing. The positions of the players swap each other each game. So right now, Master X is on the right. On the left, we have the Alvin Tay. So far, so good. It's interesting enough. It is 1-1. I mean, there is no advantage from both of our players. Of course, nobody is counting. These are normal games. I consider this as exhibition, demonstration, nothing serious. Well, that's interesting. Unlike the many previous games, Master X never made so much dogs. But now he is sending all of them in front lines. And now they are going to make contact with Imperial Warrior. One Imperial Warrior misses it and... Oh, that's actually a little bit bad. One Imperial Warrior trades with 3 dogs. That's actually very nice. Also some... Yeah, I mean, this dog bark for absolutely nothing. And Master X is now leaving the engineer to chill around at the edge of the island. On the meantime, Alvin is getting his engineer capturing the oil there very quickly. So I wonder what has changed and Master X decided to go that much dogs in the early game, because the problem is not the dogs. You don't just bring 1 javelin with your peacekeepers. So Alvin can always bring 2 dojos or 3 dojos and crush your peacekeepers. Don't let that happen. That's very simple. I mean, I don't know what's keeping you from making one or two javelins right now, but the wolves are being destroyed for. Move the javelin in. What? Move the javelin in. A natural base defense. Okay, identical movement with the previous game. Like the exception. I mean, there's no exception. Identical movement. Alvin knows that. Uh, Master X can't respond to this. Do not unpack your MCB. Hmm. If you do not unpack your MCB can go for crushing. And at this point, there you don't need to produce any buildings. Just defend yourself, and that would be all. Now, this is a bit interesting micromanagement problems here, I guess. This remember the wall that you sold? Yeah, that's what you get when you sell your walls. I mean, sorry, sell and not replace your walls. All the microplay coming, but somehow Master X is victorious of this combat. There are only 2 Imperial Warriors left. But this doesn't really change the fact that this airfield is completely exposed. And what are these peacekeepers doing actually? Okay. Uh, I think Ooh, that was interesting. I mean, this was neutral bullying, so the capture would be instant. But I think Alvin didn't click fast enough, so engineer had to move for no reason. The other engineer succeeds of what previous one couldn't do. Once again, a very late makeup. Oh, okay, we see the rise here, and the problem is very simple. Alvin has no production. He even sold his dojo course. Oh, come on. Just move in, move. I mean, go around, just circle around here, deal damage to the instant generator, deal damage to oil derrick. Why are you just standing with your peacekeepers? He has no units, he has no production. Okay, so I think you don't feel confident enough with your forces. And let's go in, bomb something. Oil derrick is also a viable target. So the madman who always builds he always go for double airfields, he is not going for it in this game. Also, 2 dojo cores for some reasons. Alvin, you should definitely maybe try to escort them over here. Not now, of course. Not when an Apollo is gliding all over you. Now, Master X is actually production locking the Empire right now. I mean, Alvin, since he cannot, he doesn't have the numbers. He get a very late Mecha Bay. Now Apollo can always go toe to toe, and meanwhile these Vindicators can actually bomb the Tengus. But I mean, this is going to change because now Alvin gets the 3rd Tengu. Now, just go for a fate. Yep, simple as that is. But, well, not that bad actually. Dealing damage to Defender VX, and this Defender VX is going to be useless. 3 Tangle already go down. Micro is being messed. Alvin smashing the F, and this Defender VX can't work properly. Finally, it starts to fire. RTB is being used. Not the best way to RTB, I think. I mean, you could probably just move around here and then draw it back to base. Now, Riptide is engaging on the middle with some multiple targets. 2 Dojo Cores, handful of Imperial Warriors, and 2 Tank Busters. Old Derek is almost down. I mean, surely at this next blow, it will go down. The problem is Alvin cannot protect these instant generators. So the moment that he loses it, it's going to be very bad for him. Now, Peacekeepers are actively trying to engage on Imperial Warriors, but Imperial Warriors are quite strong. I mean, they can take beating as much as like a Peacekeeper, but not not equally same like a Peacekeeper. On the meantime, harassment is coming for the port refinery of the Alvin, also losing the oil derrick here as well. So Alvin is going to lose the economical advantage soon enough. He has some handful of units here, but he is absolutely doing nothing with them. Same can apply with the Master X as well. I mean, he has some units commissioned over here, but they're not doing anything. And also with Riptide, I can always prefer to engage a Mecha Tengu on the seas with fat torpedoes, and that would be well. Ooh. He is cooking, but my man, stop making the Riptide. What? Okay, whatever you're doing, just stop it. Get the tier 2. get the Salt Destroyer, crush the Collector, and beat the game. Can't that be hard? One thing will get sniped on the back of the shores. Now Awareness, just jump with the Dolphin. Just just press F. I wonder if it's that much stuck. Now Riptide engaging with the one thing with point defensors, but this matchup is in heavily favors Riptide. I mean, there is no absolute way, and this Dolphins unfortunately takes some unnecessary explosion damage. On the meantime, Alvin is trying to build some Air Force. Well, the question is, does he need an Air Force? He has only 2 Vindicators, so maybe a few anti-air should be fine because he had lots of anti-air. Now, Alvin is going for the make a move and deal damage on multi-gunner to cryo shot. Beautiful cryo shot, actually. Not a very bad, I mean, unfortunate moment coming for the Alvin, losing so many of the tank busters. Now, all of these damage dealing units are now frozen and dead. And Dojo Core just get killed on the meantime. Now, just manually control your multi-gunner to very nice. Tank busters are picked one by one. There are only 2. Ooh, tsunami tanks simultaneously gets destroyed. Alvin is losing everything he had, and now, I mean, this this Riptide is having this time. Still no assault destroyer, and things could be much more worse for Alvin if Master X get his own assault destroyer over here. But instead, the Madman decided to get the Dolphin. Well, quite interesting. Finally, we get to see some quite different build order from the Master X. The only trouble is he still messes up a bit of the micro, but guys, Alvin now plays the yellow. Well, I don't know if that means anything because normally he plays with the blue color, so maybe with the yellow he says, okay, time to get serious. We will see. Yeah. The only thing I would like to see in this game, also in-game chat, I do remember Alvin rarely types in-game. I very rarely. Like, for 4 years, I have never seen him typing anything in-game. Also, some interesting bark. Unlike the previous game, Alvin could not migrate well, and this dog is couldn't tuck the tail and run. Now, do not lose your scouts. I mean, what is happening over here? What kind of rally point was that? With the engineer, of course. When you make a barracks, probably you want to make your rally point over here, just in case. Now, Burstron is getting in the base over Master X, and his javelins are a bit lazy. Alvin, can you stop doing this for every single game? So don't go for 3 refinery, just go for 2 refinery and a mecha bear and start harassing him. Or most of the time, he does not make so much effort for example, Vindicators. He always go for, like, for example, loss of Peacekeepers first and an Apollo. Until he gets a seaport, you will have lots of time and opportunities. Peacekeepers are lined up here, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Oh, again, 4 dojo. I mean, 4 dojo cores. I was going to say, sorry, it's 3, but now he is getting the 4th. MCV, just do not deploy it. Oh, it's happening. Guys, it's happening. Something different is going to happen. Just move it. Alvin, deploying all of the dojos. Dude, this is so many. That 3, 5. Not even Mecha Bay. There's also one. Okay, there's none. But now, even just the presence of the MCV is too strong. Alvin just deployed 2 of his dojo cores. Now there are only 2 dojo cores left. Now there are only 1 dojo core left. And unlike the previous game, I don't think this will work. But oh, come on, man, this is very simple. Just get rid of this garrison point. You had your javelin, and now javelin is just doing absolutely nothing here. Most unfortunately, this infantry force will do absolutely nothing. Just when the time comes right, just bombed. Oh, okay. He believes there are more suitable targets like this dojo. Dojo goes down. Mecha Bay is online. We still have some dojo. Oh, not the some. There's only one dojo left. Now a good call for time to release the Apollo, and Apollo now engaging on the target, and Alvin is just messing up with the Tengu. Or maybe not. Maybe he did this deliberately, and now the Tengus just destroyed the wall here with the debris. Peacekeepers are going back on the base to handle this incursion, but now Alvin is pulling his infantry. But what are you going to achieve? Oh, there are so many infantry, by the way. Just get one peacekeeper, get into multi-gunner turret, and all of uh-oh. The shredding commences. All of these peacekeepers, I mean, I'm sorry, all of these Imperial warriors are taking heavy damage, but now that's happened a bit late. So, well, maybe that's not maybe strong, but after all, it happened all around and a low HP. Okay, second time. But Alvin, just go back for real. I mean, just look at this. The amount of the damage is way too high. Now more Tengus are arriving and try to snipe. One Vindicator goes snipe. Now two Apollos are engaging on hostiles, and you are targeting the Apollo that is under repair drones. And also this this garrison just gets destroyed because of the falling Tengu debris with suicide explosives. Now air units are reset one more time. I think Master X can always go for this trade. That's an overkill based off the valuable Vindicator bombs. And when you play allies on the early game with the Vindicators, you will realize that time and decision making is everything. Now Alvin is trying to make more and more Tengus and also Imperial warriors. Now just faint. Unfortunately, not going to happen now to Apollo. Oh, unfortunately, Apollo goes down, but other Tengu goes down as well. And this Apollo is going to survive. Very nice. Now, Vindicators are flying to find a suitable target, but that's. I mean, you have the vision, so you can easily know what is going on in this game. But now, Apollo numbers are rising one by one against, I mean, 6-3. Once again, these are the trades that Master X will be more than happy to take it. Now, point defense drone. He wanted to feint it with point defense drone, but there were two Vindicators, so that's enough for taking it down. Alvin is slowly getting production locked. And on the verge of that, a quick successive movement coming here. Once again, Seaport is online. Um, Assault Destroyer, please go tier 2, go tier 2, go tier 2, Assault Destroyer. And actually, this was destroyed. But anyway, just go tier 2, go tier 2, and Assault Destroyer, go around here and some click mash spam or do something. Get the Assault Destroyer, move here and crush the Collector. Once again, Alvin really wants to get down the Vindicators, but instead he gets to lose all of his Tengus. And now these Tengus are running for their lives. Now Vindicators are going back to engage, and Alvin just realizes that it can't make this any longer. He was just going in the trades that Master X will be always happy to do so. And also engaging on the Polo that is under repair drones. Now, something you shouldn't do. Maybe be more mindful with your unit micro. But anyway, now I guess let me double check. This is the fifth game, right? There are so many games and they're so identical, so it's quite hard to follow. But okay, things are very changing, guys. Alvin is now orange. I think he doesn't care and picks a random color, or he wants to try all of the tones of the yellow. Now he is orange. Like usually plays red, also or blue, but he likes to go with the cardinal colors. That's his priority, Fabs. Now let's see how is this going to unfold. Now, Master X has a very powerful weapon on his hand, and that is like the seaport over here with the Assault Destroyer. He still did not make a Assault Destroyer yet. That's something that he is going to discover on his own, hopefully. But that's a very powerful arsenal in Infinite Isle when you play as allies, because you can't do that when you play as Soviets. Sure, you can use Stingrays, but come on, I mean, they're very slow. The moment they go ashores and make contact with the refinery, your opponent will probably send some units to defend. On the meantime, Empire, I mean, Naginata cruisers are just a very interesting unit. They are not submerged, they are all open seas, and they're only Navy only unit. And they're actually trash of the sea. Somehow, I mean, I think if we are speaking about the Navy, Akulas are the best units out there. And then maybe the assault destroyers, because just solely reasons assault destroyers can be used on the land as well, and they fit perfectly with other units with the black hole armor. But ability to submerge, that's incredible. I mean, the Kulas, that's why I think very good. They can dodge cryocopters, they can dodge like EMP missile, they can dodge aircraft carrier itself, they can also dodge so many things. But now, speaking of the dodges, let's see if Master X can now dodge the only three dojo cores this time. I mean, now that's nice. The mount is reduced. Also, this multi-gunner turret, when it's online, I mean, just place it over here. Place it over here, and that should be the game. Now, place your multi-gunner turret. That's okay. I get the dojo core. No, why you shouldn't? Okay, all of these. That's a very odd way to trade your units. And Dojo, I mean, all of this line of reinforcement gets destroyed. Now Dojo Core tries to get itself deployed, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because before deployment and before getting the walls, this Dojo Core gets destroyed before deployment. Now, unlike the many previous games, Alvin this guy goes for a little bit faster mecha base. I think he finally realized that he is way too late with his mecha base. But now this garrison should be okay. Very nice. I like this move. I mean, handling this with peacekeepers, because if you use your vindicators over this, you're wasting a lot of time just for traveling. Now, I will definitely go and snipe this dojo, because you can realize that Alvin wants this observation post, or maybe camp it enough on the time to get. Also, you can always go take a. I mean, just send a dog over here. What are you doing? Now, Apollo is taking on the skies. An observation post. Unlike the previous game or two games before, I can't remember because all of the games are just being very identical. But there was a game where Alvin just forget to take the observation post with engineer and get bombed immediately. But now same movement is coming from Master X as well. He has his own engineer and going to take it down. Going to take the observation post, and he is going to benefit from all of the side advantages he's going to get. Speaking of the advantage, Alvin has Tengus, and now this is a better defender VX positioning over that horrendous placement over here. So now he can protect this instant generator and also can wrestle some air superior to fight over this generator as well. The only trouble is instantaneous destruction if Cryogeddon is used over here. So hopefully that will not happen anytime soon. Now Dojo is being built on backlines. Maybe this is calling for a Yuriko or tier 3 rush. On the meantime, Master X is just going for air units. The least effective way to use the Vindicator Fabs. Okay, what was the point of that engagement? I don't know, but anyway, with 3 Vindicators, I would definitely go for take down this instant generator. Instead of also, please just be patient and have your Vindicators reload. I mean, there is absolutely no reason. There is no reason for sending it like this. But anyway, this collector is going to die because of the sheer amount of Vindicator bombing. And on the meantime, Alvin realized that this can't go any longer, and he makes some tank busters. And actually, it's a nice addition, because once again, Master X has nothing on the land. He has 5 Apollos, which is nice, but he is actively doing nothing. And the moment that these Tengus will serve as like land army, it will be the game. Now 2 multi-gunner turrets, not that bad. Once again, Alvin gets the ore collector, but just don't really help HP. You can't You can't continue like this. The second time it's going to be bombed, this ore collector cannot even pay its own cost. Now, Master X at least realizes that Alvin should be like amassing. Okay, he knows that he's amassing his forces. Now, Master X, just by taking down the collector, I think he wants to give the message. I mean, all in or nothing. That would be all. Now, some of these tank masters are not trying to get in, but now Master X is also using the multi-gunner threats with the Peacekeepers dealing damage on them, but I think the targets were wrong. I mean, tsunami tanks have been targeted, but that's not going to work anytime soon for the Alvin Tay. Now, Alvin is trying to make contact with the airbase, but he is being successful so far, but you have to lift all of these Vindicators. Vindicators are now being targeted. Okay, they're not being targeted. Maybe drop the bombs and go for the, back up airbase. Now there are too many multi-gunner turrets, and Alvin loses his entire land army. With just maybe 4 multi-gunner turrets, or 5. But Alvin realizes that he messed up big time with that engagement on Apollos, and after that the game snowballed itself. It would be impossible for him to win, and well, now I guess we're good to go once again. Right, we're back on Alvin 10 Master X series. I think this is, maybe we can call this as a series. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. But now the only difference is Master X is now red color. So I hope that this will give him luck. Grant him luck over his opponent, because Alvin, he is a solid player. After all, we've seen over the. I think this is a 6th game, so for 5 games, it's almost going stalemate. Like, I don't think neither one of them is besting the other one. But anyway, we will see. I'm not counting anything right now. None of these games are played in a competitive manner. So these are just like exhibition or skirmishes between 2 players who happen to have some grudge. Now, Master X, the only problem is, I think, he is never getting this second javelin, which against the Dojo Core push, you will definitely need it. 2 javelins will be more than enough for you to stop a Dojo Core, as long as you micro them properly. On the other hand, Alvin just like always going for a late tier, late Mecha Bay. Now, I like this move. Like, I think Master X is studying Alvin. And he knows that Alvin never goes for like 2 refinery and then Mecha Bay. He actually gets 2 refinery, goes on top, and gets the 3rd refinery and then the Mecha Bay. So I think Master X at a point may say, like, if this guy gets this build order, I can also seize this opportunity to get my 3rd refinery as well. So let's see. Right now there is no Dojo Core, and Master X is actually like proving some nice micro with the Peacekeepers. Like, he's not losing any Peacekeepers over there. Now, some maybe placing this multi-gunner turret over here so it can actually cover all of the angles. I think this land might be not damaged. Like, I don't think it can reach over here. Even so, like, Garrison is out, so it's actually nice for Master X. So these Peacekeepers can actually serve as a buffer point here. On the meantime, once again, Alvin goes for like a little bit late Mecha Bay, and right now I think he will either get his Tengu or like maybe sudden transport with tank busters. Once again, he is deploying Dojo Core. On the meantime, this is actually a nice power plant positioning with the extra wall segments out there. And we see an airbase a little bit far. Okay, so this is because of the commander, by the way. Usually you can always place it over here. Now Vindicator is out, and nice bomb micro coming out. Like, all of these Imperial Warriors are low HP. Now Dojo Core is out. I think this would be a better call for retreating. Um, you should micro them properly. Like, all of these Peacekeepers were actually attacked the low HP Imperial Warrior, but now all of the last Peacekeeper can't even make it alive and actually gets lost. I'm crushed under the Dojo Core, but now no problem. The air support, cavalry is arrived, and this Dojo Core can be taken down. Instead, Master X decides to take down infantry a lot more. An attempt made on engineer to steal the observation post. But anyway, good for Alvin to get observed. Oh, and we see the walls are being built. So nothing in the world can make you fall. Walls are being built. Now, Alvin is trying to make a move for the oil ray, but this is a very far-fetched attempt. You will definitely need more than Imperial Warriors, and even so, let's see if this multi-gunner trick can make it. Probably not. Now, 3 Vindicators bombing down the dojo, not bad. Yep, Imperial Warriors. At this point, they actually get in reach. But once again, I mean, with low HP, you can always handle them with a couple Peacekeepers. Now, Armor Facility is on, not a bad move. We don't see a tier 2 coming from Master X yet. I mean, either from, I mean, at this point, MCV, I think you should move your MCV over here for Fort Refinery. As you can see, Alvin, oh, we see a quick tier 2. I think from the previous games, Alvin realizes that he can't just overmatch against Polos. Like, of course, he will always get outproduced. I don't know if I can use that word. But now he wants to stake his striker reactions with some couple Tengus to provide himself some anti-air defense. Let's see if it's going to work. I think it's effectively working. I mean, quickly deterred that Apollo. And now Alvin is buying himself a nice time. And now IFBs are trying to... I mean, you can't just destroy the world with just simple 2 IFBs. Come on, man. Well, that's bold. Getting a quick tier 3 nanotech mainframe. Now, this is a very good moment for Master X to get your own cryocopter. After all, he relies on striker reaxes, and striker reaxes are not as fast. Now, Apollo's engaging on the targets, but, well, I think he may need one more Apollo for this, but no more than that. They don't have still, I mean, these Tengus don't have point defense runs, so he can easily just pick one Tengu and then bolt away. Now, what is going to get, oh, wait a second. Okay, Doc score. So is this going to be like, where are you going to build next to the refinery? Dude, what are you doing? Now, ore collector is getting bombed, and well, that's questionable location. I would prefer over here, so you can always use striker VXs some one way or another. But here you can, if he engages on with air, you have only Apollos to engage on Tengus. Now, Master X, I think he wants to seize the opportunity to take down this collector, and with 3 Vindicators, I think it can go down. There we go. Alan loses collectors, and he actually wants to go for tier 3. So I think soon or later we see a tier 3 Mecha Bay with some Kingonis and Whip Force out release. I highly believe this dojo is for Yuriko, but I will probably build it a little bit far, or maybe even here, because with one Cryogeddon now your power plant will be targeted, but also your Mecha Bay and your instant dojo, which means 2 tier 3 units, I'm sorry, buildings will be frozen solid. Now, Air Raw Refinery is very low HP. I may advise sending one engineer over here before getting the tier 3, if that is what you want to. On the meantime, just Docs is just staying on tier 1. Maybe I will forget about this as well. Now, Apollo's doing a scouting run, but his scouting is way too limited. He just scouts like the base of Alvin, and that's all. He's not scouting the entire map. I mean, he doesn't even know that there is a burst drone. Let's see how much sight does this. It actually gives a lot. And for example, there is a dog, so both of the players are not even bothering to expand for the 4th refinery, which can be good. And whoa, that is a very quick response for the tier 3. I don't know if, I think he knows there's a nanotech mainframe, so he can expect him to go for the tier 3. But Master X is responding by going for the own tier 3. But on the last game, or I can't remember which one, maybe that's the first game. But I don't think his microplay with the tier 3 units is not that good. Now, Apollos are trying to engage and deter some of the Tengus. Tengus with the point defense drones are very not... I mean, they do not go like flies. And more Tengus are added. This Imperial Dog soon to meet the tier 3, so we're going to see Shoguns very soon enough. So we see high-tech units coming from Master X, but not a single Cryocopter. And without Cryocopters, you just can't win with allies. You definitely need one. So all of these air units now without point defense runs. So striker reacts is now down, point Tengus are down. This is a great moment, so use your Vindicators and bomb something valuable. I mean, Alvin's army is on the land. So I can easily say maybe taking down a generator. I mean, forcing your opponent on low power mode and forcing him to produce power plant is something else. Now it's a bit late. Opportunity hasn't been seized. And the first Shogun is soon to arrive. Vindicator just doing more and more runs. But I mean, not that bad. No units has been lost. So not that bad actually. But now Shogun is out. Even though for I think Alvin lost two collected. Oh, would you look at that? Now just pair with a sudden transport and it's good to go. Now shelling has started with the first airbase. And now why did you build this airbase over here? Just build it over here. You have tier 3 command hub over here. I mean, why? I'm sending your Mirage tank over here, so what do you expect? I don't think Alvin will land with Striker VXs or with the Tengus anytime soon. But moving this Mirage tank over here is a bit risky. Now Vindicators are going to engage. Alvin are responsive, and this Shogun took so many damage. It's just a moment with orbital satellite dealing damage, and it's taken down. Etene gets the kill, but the second Shogun is already on production. On the meantime, Yuriko is... So, is she going to join the direct assault? And still there are no cryocopters. Are you serious? After, I mean, doing this for 2 times, don't you expect your opponent to respect you and put some anti-air over here? Oh, come on. Now, Mirage tanks are taking the walls out there. I think he wants to seize the opportunity and move these units, but these Striker VXs, the moment they go Chopper VX, they can easily take these out. On the meantime, Yuriko is making for the corner of the map, and I think she wants to leave this game from over this exit point and go for the next game. So we will see. On the meantime, Shoguns are approaching. All of the units are on the land now. This could be a good moment for using your Vindicators. And now also Yuriko is approaching. The walls are not destroyed quick enough, and they're in a like aggressive mode. Just go over here. On the meantime, Apollo's now engaging on the Tengus. Alvin's still a bit irresponsive. Not irresponsive, unresponsive. On the meantime, speaking of unresponsiveness, wait. Take name CB, what are you doing? Okay. Now, Master X, how come you are not aware of this? There's a big purple dot with school in your base and you're losing. And no problem, but all of your production is here. Dude. Very serious, come on. You had 4 Mirage tanks and any time you can destroy it, but now you tapped out. I'm stunned. Why did you quit the game? It was going actually in stalemate, by the way. I mean, he had some Shoguns, but I don't think you would lose that game. You could actually win the game. But anyway, GG for Alvin Tay. Now, what am I going to see on the next game? Well, of course, it's going to be, once again, it's going to be a Infinity Isle. Color me surprised, right? Well, we're on Infinite Isle once again, and this is the 7th game. I don't know. Now, only difference is Master X is turning back to his original colors. Maybe red makes him think that, okay, this color just didn't give me the luck I wished for. And Alvin didn't care. And that's the only difference, by the way. The only difference also, Alvin is now being more mindful with his walls. I mean, on previous games, of course, Master X did not seize that opportunity and not use any kind of rip job. So maybe Alvin just plays some infantile with a different allies player and he lost his refineries on rip jobs badly. So now he is building his walls a little bit more careful. Nothing too spatially different. There's only one down is over here. Unfortunately, dog goes down. And again, standard opening coming from Master X. The only issue is, once again, he is not going for the second javelin. So, are we going to see some dojos? No, we're not going to see some dojos. We have only 2 dojos are deployed, and Alvin is pumping some infantry. After so many games, I think Alvin conclude that he just cannot push with infantry. Not going to happen, not going to work. A quick air base, and are we going to see a quick tier 2? Nope. Now, with the light MCV, I definitely advise going over the seas. It just takes less route. Now we're going to see a sizable amount of infantry. Alvin is waiting for the Vindicators to go back and now pumping some dojo cores once again. Once again, he doesn't have javelins. So please do not unpack your MCV. Now maybe it is time for you to pack up your MCV. Now Vindicators arrived, bombed one more dojo course, but two are still on the way. MCV is now taking heavy damage and already lost a significant amount of health, like maybe the 6 to 1 health. Now these peacekeepers grouped up and oh, this is going to be a massacre. Get on the shield mode, not that bad. These peacekeepers just finally gets on shield mode, and this dojo core still stands. All of these infantry is going to be crushed immediately. Now the trouble is brewing for the Master X. He can actually take down this oil rig, so and also make a block for this oil refinery. Now Alvin is having some good time, but no mecha base still. Of course, investing so much on that infantry push is going to drain your economy a little bit, but taking down the oil rig is something. And the wall is being built. Multi-gunner turret is being built, but I think at this point it can deal heavy damage to it, or even better, it can destroy this multi-gunner turret. So for a handful of infantry, getting a multi-gunner turret. Okay, not going to happen. Vindicator is just bombing the garrison. And also the guy who always gets to destroy garrisons, just for the one game, he did not destroy this garrison with the javelin. And Alvin immediately seizes it. As you can see, you can easily see how important it is. And this power plant position is way too risky. Like, why would you even build over here? Just build it over here, or just don't build it at all. Now, on the meantime, there are no dojo cores left, which is nice, but that's the amount of damage he can deal. Now, first Tengu has arrived, camping nicely on the top of the airfield. Second Tengu is already on the way, and Master X is actually bombing some of the Imperial warriors, but he realizes that I don't think that's if that is a bug or grey listed. I'm unsure, but now Apollo is out. I will actually bait a little bit damage with the Vindicator and then lift my Apollo to take down all of these Tengus. Ooh. Alvin is actually friendly firing his own Tengu to deal damage to walls, but um, I think he will need two Tengus for that. And now wall is breached. Not that bad, very nice move, I have to confess. But now Apollo says, okay, you're only one and I can take you down immediately. And he does so. I don't know why Master X waited so long with his own, I mean, Apollo. He can engage on two Apollos, I'm sorry, he can engage on two Tangos with two Apollos very easily. But now Airbase is on dangerously low HP, but Peacekeeper reinforcements are arriving one by one. I mean, just a reminder, these walls are breached, and unless MCV goes back all around, it's not going to be rebuilt very quickly. Now, the flock of Tengu has arrived. Vindicators are getting destroyed! Oh no, that's a terrible move. And, well, Alvin can actually just demolish. And where was this Apollo all around the game? Out micro, and now MCV is also packed up for some reasons. And the Multigunner turret has been offline for the moment that it should be online. Now, first Tengu harassment has arrived. Alvin started to establish an air superiority for a guy who always go for double airfield and 6 Apollos. And more Tengus are just sitting on the top of the airfield. Finally, the Javelin just gets into action and, well, goes KIA. Apollo goes down. More Apollos are going down, unfortunately. I mean, that's terrible. And Master X taps out. I think he realizes that losing that infantry push is always worth something. Like, you just can't continue the game after losing infantry so much and letting so many Imperial warriors flock into your base. Now, you may ask yourself, okay, can I recover from this? Of course I will recover. This is just Imperial Warriors. But then Alvin just moved to Tengu, utilized his suicide explosives from the Tengu's in maximum level. I really didn't expect that wall to be destroyed with one single Tengu. But it actually happened. Maybe it was it was placed perfectly and just fall on immediately. That the maximum damage, maybe. But now Alvin goes for the red color this time. How often we see this? Maybe one. This is the second game, I suppose. Well, Master X still goes for the teal. Now, on the last game, his color didn't really provide him with anything. But I think right now, if Alvin definitely goes for Yuriko, on the minimap, it will be a lot more easy to spot. I wonder why Alvin does not even try to build one over here. I mean, we don't really see this guy. I mean, Master X is not going for a early seaport. So going for a refiner over here should be nice. Or maybe he is thinking like, okay, this can, I mean, provoke my enemy to build a seaport early. And he can definitely benefit from the Riptides. I don't know, maybe some mind game for the chess is being played. I'm unsure. And we're going to see, I think, a replay of the previous game because, again, he is not being mindful with this garrison. He's not getting it two javelins, and he just moves the javelin to take down the burst row, and that will be all. And in Infinity IU, on the early game, you have lots of time to settle your preparations and take down this garrison. But of course, I mean, I did not mind any kind of chronological order while casting these series. So maybe the previous game were played after it, or maybe very early. I'm unsure. But what I'm sure is we have a massive push coming again. And is MCV going to join on this? All right, this is going to be a full-fledged push, and we have only airfield just being recently built. All of these dojo cores are in the base of the Master X. Now MCV is joining this push. This is going to be very dangerous for Master X. I mean, there's only one production, and that is infantry. He is now building his Vindicator, but now MCV is also fully fledged and engaging on the Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers are making on the run. Once again, all of these Imperial warriors are just entering the base, I mean, quicker than perhaps. You have to do something or you can't win this game. I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, all of these peacekeepers running from one Imperial warrior. A multi-gunner turret is being built and destroyed immediately. Now, two of these dojo cores built very close to each other, and now tank busters breach the wall, and that is all you can ask for. Now, all of these Imperial warriors drawn their swords and now try to chase down all of these infantry. But now Alvin, I think he's messed up a little bit. He has to separate their, I mean, put a distance between tank busters, or it's not going to work very soon enough. And the trouble is he is running low amount of the units. This was an all-in push. Remember, there is no mecha bay. There are only infantry. And if Alvin can't pull this out, this is going to be gain for him. There are still handful amount of the Imperial warriors. The trouble is Vindicators drop their bombs and now they're suffering damage. Now multi-gunner turret is being built to prevent the further reinforcements that are coming. Alvin messing up a little bit with the MCV micromanagement. But now two of these Alvin. Now, one Peacekeeper goes down. The second Peacekeeper also takes heavy damage. On the meantime, power plant goes down. Now, these, I mean, Peacekeepers are in the same route with MCV and gets destroyed. But once again, airfield is built, so all is safe. The only trouble is the soon, in time, he is going to lose a lot of cash. Because he doesn't have the refinery. His only oil derrick and his other refinery is under attack. Now, he is using Prospect to just borrow this Peacekeeper. Borrow this tank buster. What are you doing? Okay. Master X is not using the Prospector to crush the remaining infantry. There's only one Peacekeeper remnants of the building that I can't remember, maybe power plant or the refinery, but gets slashed on the way out. The final means of production building in the base of Master X. Master X just lost everything on his primary base, and Alvin has some cash, but Master X has absolutely nothing. He has only, I mean, these are only his final units. Just Vindicators and one Peacekeeper. Okay, more Peacekeepers are here, but MCV can actually do some reverse move and negate all of these. Now Barracks is under attack and taking heavy damage. Sold it immediately. 3 Vindicators. Oh la la, more Patriot Warriors are here. I mean, the moment this airbase is down, it will be definitely game. Just sell your extra power plant. What are you doing, Master X? Vindicator is like going down, and yeah, Master X has been defeated. He is actually removed from the game. Alvin just he goes for a very like all-in push. I think he finally. This is a conclusion of okay. This guy can't hold my initial infantry. So why I should be waiting like this? I just go with my MCV and tear him apart, destroy him, and finish the game. Very simple. Now, was that eighth game or let me double check, guys. I'm sorry for that. I would delay. Okay, this was eighth game. So we are on ninth game. I don't know, it's ninth or ninth? I think ninth. I can't remember. Now we're back. Nothing different so far between two players. Now, if he's going to make one javelin once again, um, I think I will instantaneously conclude that Alvin will win this game because it's just happened. It's now standardized. Alvin just makes infantry, push, and win. He's actually getting three javelin. Oh wait. Is he going for rip jaws? Guys, rip jaws actually deal. I mean, it's very difficult for Empire to handle rip jaws. So is he going for rip jaws? He's actually getting lots of javelins for some reasons. But Burstrong gets sniped on the way, not that bad. Also, Oil Drake is being captured now. Infantry is being pulled into the base of the Master X. Now, definitely need a seaport. Without a seaport, that's not going to happen. But you can always go for bootcamp and get your peacekeepers pumped up. You will definitely need them. Okay, seaport. Okay, he's cooking. I like this. Finally, we see something different than airfield standard opening and just going for. Okay, there must be a chronological order between these games. Alvin once again pushes with MCV. Oh my god. Oh, he's coming. The blue wave is coming. And what will be Allies doing? Now, Ripjaw is first one, locked and loaded. Is he going to... if this airbase is like for... just solely for like buying time, I will like it a lot. Here's the thing, you can actually leave this base because Alvin just spent all of his cash. Sell your buildings, go for here. Very simple. Do not panic, you don't need to save everything in this game. Now, airbase is down, two Riptides are engaging. This engineer is like running like, hey guys, don't forget me. But now, there are so many tank busters here. Defender VX is being built. MCV also joins in the fray. But here is the game changer here. The Rip Job. The only Rip Job that is important for the Master X. Now, do not engage over here. Engage over here. Do not, oh no, he forget about the Rip Job and he is going to lose it very badly. And we see the dance of the tank busters. Now, situation is going terrible for the base of Master X engineer. Was this a sudden, secondary repair engineer? But I mean, what is it going to do for anyways? They lost the same amount of HP before the engineer fully recovered it. Poor Master X, really. You had one shot to win this once and for all, and you forgot about your Riptide. A quick game. I'm very anticlimactic, I have to confess. I expected a lot more effort coming from the Master X. But anyway, maybe I just downloaded them and renamed them quickly to put the Alvin Tay victories on row. I didn't meant to do that. But anyway, guys, so this was the bad news. They played 9 games, all in Infinity Isle. No faction change. I just think this is bad. So, I would like to make a call for two of these players to settle this once and for all between setting some rules, like maybe going for best of 5, best of 7, best of 9, best of 11. I don't know, as long as they are satisfied with. And maybe go for infantile only or all max challenge if they wish to. I don't know. But I think that will be settle the difference between Alvin and Master X. None of these games actually matter. These are, once again, these are exhibition. These are not meant to be played competitively. But anyway, I hope you guys like the Grudge series. Since you guys all voted for keep them coming, so I did so. On the meantime, let me know if you want to say anything in the comments as well about the games. Some of them I actually enjoyed them, and some of them are very disappointing as them either coming from Alvin or Master X. On the meantime, leave a like. That really helps me a lot. I mean, gives me the notion of like, hey, I'm doing something correct. And of course, feel free to subscribe. Until then, stay tuned, guys.